Hey everybody, welcome to Park Stadium Field. It's the series finale, as it's the Miami Marlins looking to take the series against the Milwaukee Brewers here on a shitty overcast afternoon in Milwaukee. We'll be back after this short break. Well, we're back after this really short break as Zach Davies gets his 30th start of the season. He's been pitching fairly shitty lately. He comes in with a 15-6 record on the campaign with an ERA of 4.27. Boy, isn't that robust. Regardless, he's trying to shut down this Marlins offense, which was awake yesterday in an 11. Well, they scored 11 runs, and the Brewers lost the ball game 11-8. As D. Gordon is about to lead things off for Miami. And the first pitch of the evening is a strike. 0-1. Well, Zach Davies, 24-year-old prick, has been fairly consistent up until the last couple of starts as D. Gordon fouls one off down the left field line and it's 0-2. He's run into a rough patch as of late. September has not been kind to him, as Gordon sends one on the ground to short to VR, who fields and fires quickly, and that's how this game will get underway. Here's a look at the starting lineup for the mediocre Miami Marlins. Christian Yelich hit the big home run off of Natalie Feliz in the 9th inning yesterday to give the Marlins the advantage. The rest of the lineup is stacked with baggers, as per usual. Basically, if you're not on my team, you're a bagger. Here's the aforementioned Christian Yelich standing in, and the first pitch from Zach Davies is a strike, 0-1. Decent crowd on hand. I said it was a night game, but I guess I'm full of shit. It looks like it's an afternoon affair here, as Yelich fouls one off, and it's quickly 0-2. A decent crowd coming out. They better fucking come out. The Brewers have 114 wins in the season, as Yelich fouls one off down the right field line, and it's still 0-2. Davies working from the windup, in the 0-2 pitch is just a bit low on the two-seamer. That one had a decent break on it. As we take a look at the umpiring alignment for this ball game, Daryl Parker, another fake fuck, is behind the plate calling the balls and strikes, and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Ooh! And that's the first strikeout for Davies, and the second out of the inning here for the Marlins offense. Take a look at the replay here. That was a fastball that was thrown high in the strike zone, and Christian Yelich was way behind on that one. And it's up to Giancarlo Stanton to keep this inning alive for the Marlins in first, and Davies quickly delivers a strike, 0-1, to this aforementioned Royd Bag, the $300 million bagger, who spends more time on the disabled list than he does anywhere else. He bounces one to short, that's VR, playing deep into the shift, but makes the play and the inning is over. A painless top of the first for Zach Davies and the Brewers. To the bottom half we go. No score in Milwaukee. Well, Justin Nicolino has the mound for the Marlins. He is 7-3 through 17 starts with an ERA north of 4.5. He's had some command issues, drawing 29 walks in his starts so far, with just 51 Ks, as Jonathan Vieira stands in for Milwaukee to lead things off. He's a switch hitter, batting from the right side, and the first pitch from Justin Nicolino is a cutter. That thing cut like a knife, and it's in there, 0-1. There's a look at Adeiny Echeverria. I don't know why they showed that bagger. It's not like he's picking his nose or anything. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground to third. He picks and fires, and Vieira is quickly out, number 1. Normal lineup for the Brewers offense today as we take a look. Dusty Lutz batting next, and it's Royd Bay, Crackhead Carter, Chris Bryant, Craig Ragland, Jet Bandy, Orlando Arcia, and Zach Davies to round out the rest of the lineup for the Milwaukee. Craig's 9, as we like to call it. And here's the aforementioned future Hall of Famer Dusty Lutz standing in. Hitting .354, I think. 354, something like that. First pitch is a curveball, missing low, not even close. Ball and no strikes on the 24-year-old legendary commentator and current batter. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Nicolino, and it's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. He's really developed good patience in his second season of play as he looks at a strike. It's a changeup. Still ahead in the count, 2-1. He has drawn some walks. He doesn't strike out a whole lot. Doesn't have a ton of power as the 2-1 pitch is lined into left field, and the Brewers have their first base runner thanks to the 1-out single by Dusty Lutz. Wow, what a beast. Well, he was ahead in the count, 2-1, and he just took that 88-mile-an-hour Nicolino fastball and deposited it into left field, as I said before. And now standing in is the number 3 hitter, the staple of this offense back in 2011, Ryan Braun. There's a lot of staples in this offense here in this 2017 season, as Nicolino works from the stretch for the first time and throws a Bryan Adams cuts like a knife fastball to Braun, and it's 0-1. Coming in with 46 home runs on the affair. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him, and it's a fastball outside. Back to even at 1 to the soon-to-be 34-year-old Royd Bager. Lutz at first, and the 1-1 pitch is sent in the air. This one's deep to right center field. Get up! Get out of here! Gone for Brawny! And the Brewers have the lead here in the first. It is 2-0 Brew Crew. He sent that one right into the Marlins bullpen. There's a free gift out there. And we have a winner in our $5,000 inning. It is Kip Winger from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel that wins it. He probably doesn't realize it since he's been searching on barhags.com, but he won thanks to the 2-run shot from Royd Bag to give the Brewers the 2-0 lead. Holy fuck. Well, it's something we've seen a lot of this year from this Brewer offense. Consistent power, consistent hitting. It's just an all-around juggernaut as Chris Crackhead Carter stands in, looking to continue his phenomenal season as he stands in with 83 long balls. He's wearing number 33, so that must mean he's a high-level Mason. And the first pitch from Justin Nicolino is sent into right field, but it's right at the bagger, Giancarlo Stanton, who makes the catch for the second out. Tough break for Carter. He was a little bit late on that fastball, but he went with it into the opposite field. But it was an atom ball, about 100 miles an hour, right into the glove of Giancarlo Stanton. Here's Chris Bryant standing in, the former Chicago Flub. He's hitting .370. Just consistent offense all around here with this Brewer team. As he looks at a strike, if they don't win the World Series, I'm going to be fucking pissed. The 0-1 pitch from Nicolino is sent in the air, jammed him on that pitch into right field, and there's Stanton to make the catch to end the inning. But we have a winner. It's Kip Winger, thanks to the 2-run shot by Ryan Braun. To the second inning we go from Miller Park. 2-0 Pilots. Here's Justin Boron standing in. The Marlins first baseman leads off here in the second against Zach Davies, who looks like he's about 12 years old out there. And the first pitch to him is set foul down the right field line. Making sure people are staying off of their Galaxy S8s. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss on that two-seam fastball from Zach Davies, and it's 0-2. Well, Bandy's laying down the old number 1. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Bohr, and it's a swing and a miss. Bohr strikes out on 3 pitches, and there's 1 down here in the second. Well, Davies just reared back and threw the high inside cheese to Justin Bohr, and he had no chance. I mean, even if he would have made solid contact on that pitch, he probably would have jammed himself, and it would have been an easy pop-out. Here's Marcell Ozuna standing in. He's 2 for 9 in the series, and he hit a double back in the series opener. As Davies fires a strike on the outside corner, it is 0-1 on Marcell Ozuna. Davies from the windup. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and he hits it foul. Right field side, 0-2. Ozuna's had a tough campaign. He's hitting just .228. The Marlins left fielder had higher expectations coming into the season as he looks at a pitch low, 1-2. The Marlins are hovering about 5-6 games above 500, have 80 wins at this point in the season, as Ozuna sends one foul, and will do it again. Bandy with the sign, Davies with the 1-2, and Ozuna sends one in the air. This is into left center field. Ragland ranges over to make the easy snag. 2 up, 2 down, and 5 consecutive outs to start this game for Zach Davies. Is he going to throw a big no today or not? We'll find out. Just keep watching. Here's JT Real Muto standing in, and Davies pumps a strike in there. Ooh, that was nice. 0-1. He is working quickly out there, working like a 24-year-old should. Real Muto sends one foul. Them fuckers sitting in the field level down the right field line have been busy. Not enough time to scroll through Instagram. And another one is sent foul. This one back to the screen. It is still 0-2 on the Marlins backstop. We're ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's sent on the ground. A sliding stop by Brian. Plenty of time to throw him out, and he does. A nice play to end the inning. 6 up, 6 down for Davies through an inning and a half here at MPSF. It is 2-0 Crew. Well, here's Craig Ragland standing in, who in actuality is 40 years old, but he lied on his birth certificate, and in game he is just 26. He leads off against Justin Nicolino, the lefty, and on the first pitch sends one in the air a mile high into shallow left center field. That's Yelich under it to make the catch. Fucking A, 1 out. Well, Ragland had a good pitch to hit there. That was a fastball high. Nothing overpowering coming out of the hands of Nicolino, but for whatever reason, he just got under that ball a little too much and sent it a mile in the air. There's a look at the defensive lineup for the Marlins. Not like we really give 2 shits about them anyways. You're not watching this broadcast if you're a Marlins fan, that's for sure. You're a fan of D-Bag, and you're a fan of the Brewers, hopefully. Here's Jet Bandy standing in now, the Brewers catcher. He has settled in nicely in the role as a starter. And the first pitch to him is low, and it's a ball and no strikes. To the 27-year-old Jet Bandy. 1-0 pitch is inside. That was a borderline call. Darryl Porter has been somewhat inconsistent calling balls and strikes behind home plate. 2-0 pitch to Bandy is sent in the air. This one's deep to right. Back goes Stanton at the track, or near the track, makes the catch. About a step short, and there are 2 down here in the Brewers half of the second. Here's Orlando Arcia, not Arcia, Arcia. Get it right. He's standing in for the first time today. As we take a look in the last 9 ball games, he's hitting .333. Pretty damn good for this guy. First pitch from Nicolino is a strike. Looked like a cutter, and it's 0-1 on Orlando. You know, if there's any controversy about how you pronounce his last name, looks at a strike, 0-2. Just call him by his first name. Call him Orlando. You know, it's not like a Garcia or Garcia type thing. As Orlando sends one foul, 0-2. But really, it's just common sense and proper pronunciation. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Orlando barely gets a piece of that changeup. That was in the dirt. I'm surprised he got a hold of that thing. Better check that bat. Still 0-2. 0-2 pitch is inside on Orlando. Ball and 2 strikes now to the Brewers' phenom infielder. Played last year at short, but didn't have the range as he sends one in the air. This one's deep to center field, and Yelich going back towards the track makes the catch. And we'll continue his story next time he bats, if I can remember. The Brewers go down 1-2-3. To the third we go. It is 2-0 Milwaukee. Here's Andy Dude at Burns standing in. He's getting the start at third. It's been kind of a revolving door in this series for the Marlins at third base, as Davies starts his third inning of work by firing a pitch outside, and it's 1-0. Zach Hall of Famer Lutz got the start in the first game of the series, as that one's foul, 1-1. Then it was some other fucker that got the start yesterday. I can't remember. Ah, hell, I can't remember. But it's 1-1 on him right now, as Davies fires a changeup outside, and Andy Dude at Burns is ahead, 2-1. 2-1. Here's the pitch to Burns, and he sends one foul left field side. Count back to even at 2. Is he going to put down the good old Uncle Charlie? Oh, you betcha. Woo! And Dude at Burns is set down. And Davies has been perfect to start this ball game. Here's Adeiny Echeverria coming in with one man out in the third. And he starts his at-bat by swinging lately at the fastball. Nothing overpowering. Just 90 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Davies from the windup, and the pitch to Echeverria is set foul again in a similar location. That might have hit the same bitch twice that was texting on her phone. And it's quickly 0-2 on Adeiny Echeverria. Very similar name to Angel Echeverria, who played with the Brewers back in 2001. See if you can remember that. As Echeverria sends one on the ground to third. That was a curveball from Davies, and Brian throws him out by about 25,000 steps.
The pitcher, number 20, Justin Nicolino.
Here's Justin Nicolino, who does not provide much of a threat at the plate. He's just an ugly motherfucker to look at. He's hitting just .094 on the season. So if you're good at math, that means he hits successfully 9.4% of the time. He fouls that pitch off down the left field line, and it's 0-1. Davies from the windup, and the pitch to Nicolino, and it's set. Ooh, that was almost a fair ball, but it's fouled by an eyelash, and it's 0-2 quickly on this bagger. Oh man, that was close. Perfect game still intact. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Nicolino, and Davies, just for lulls, pops a changeup in the dirt. No fear though, he's been pitching efficiently, effectively, and any other E word you can think of. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Nicolino, and he sends one foul, and Davies might be breaking the sweat out there now. Fuck. It's 1-2 on the Marlins pitcher. Here it is. He sends one into the camera well down the left field line by the dugout. I think that hit Sophia Minute right in the noggin. We'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And finally he strikes out. Woo woo. And the inning is over. Oh man, Davies had the work that time. We're through 2.5 here from Miller Park Stadium Field. It is 2-0 Brewers. Look at that retard holding the sign. So Zach Davies leads off the bottom half of the third here in this Masonic event against Justin Nicolino, who actually gave Davies a little run for his money last inning at the plate, but he still struck out because he's a pitcher. Davies looks at a strike. He's been somewhat efficient at the plate. The 256 OBP, or 266. Oh, hell, I don't know. He fouls one off, and it's 0-2. A lot of people are probably going to be going to the bar after this game. Pitch is high. If the Brewers win, probably going to see a lot of morons, a lot of drunkards celebrating. They would be just one win shy of the 0-1 Mariners. As Davey sends one in the air to left field, that's Marcell Ozuna coming in a couple of steps to make the catch. And the lineup is going to turn over. Here's a look at the standings in the National League Central. As you can see, it's not even fucking close. Milwaukee, with 114 wins and 40 losses on the season, has a 19.5 game lead over the 95-win Chicago Cubs. But I have a feeling we're going to be seeing these two teams facing each other at some point during the playoffs. Here's Jonathan Villar standing in for the second time. He grounded out back in the first, and he looks at a strike. He's behind in the count, 0-1. I don't know why they showed the replay in that. It was nothing special. The Brewers with 2 runs on 2 hits so far this overcast afternoon. And the 0-1 pitch is sent foul. That was a big looper. A big Braden looper, and it's 0-2. Here is Nicolino from the windup, and Villar sends one in the air. This is deep into left center, and it's going to be over the head of Yelich and bounce off the wall. Villar is going to be into second easily with a stand-up double. Well, that's a nice way to collect your first hit of the afternoon. He sent that Nicolino pitch right over the head and right into the gap into left center field. And he is the man in scoring position for the Hall of Famer Dusty Lutz, who is 1 for 1 so far. Lutz looks at a strike. It's 0-1. That's the 37th double of the year for Jonathan Villar. Dusty had a base hit into left field to get things going for this Brewer offense back in the first. And the 0-1 pitch, late swinging on that fastball, sends it foul down in a similar section where Frank Stankiewicz was sitting earlier this year. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's high. 1-2 on the 24-year-old Hall of Fame broadcaster. Nicolino from the stretch. You better get used to it. The 1-2 pitch, not even close. Ooh, man, that curveball missed a good foot out of the zone. That was almost in the other batter's box. Actually, that was. It's 2-2. And the pitch to him is set into right field for a base hit. Villar's not going to test the roided up arm of Giancarlo Stanton. And there are going to be runners at the corners with nobody out for Milwaukee. For the 33-year-old roid bag Ryan Braun, the Hebrew Hammer. Oh, speaking of Hebrew Hammer, he set one. He deposited one into the right field bullpen back in the first inning. That gave the Brewers a 2-0 lead. And against Nicolino, he looks at a fastball inside, 1-0. Can't forget to mention this game is also brought to you by Gardetto's. I'm fucking munching on some right now. Nicolino fires a strike to Braun, who looked at it. It is back to even. There is speed on the base paths. 1-1 pitch is a little blooper over the first baseman's head. Bore into right field. Lutz was hesitating. He's to second. Villar is in to score. It's 3-0 Brewers. That was an excuse me swing from Ryan Braun. As we look at the replay, that was a changeup that jammed him on the inside part of the plate. That one almost hit him. A little excuse me swing deposits it over the glove of the diving Justin Boron. And the Brewers get a run. No one is recorded out. And Chris Crackhead Carter stands in with a chance to hit number 84. 3-0 Brewers here in the third. And the Uncle Charlie misses inside to Crackhead Carter, and it is 1-0. Nicolino looking at the Hall of Famer at second. And the 1-0 pitch is sent into right field clean. This is going to split the gap for a base hit. Lutz will score. Braun is in to score. And Crackhead Carter is into second. with a stand-up double. He clears the bases. It is 5-0 Milwaukee. This offense is alive and firing. Well, I don't know what Nicolino was thinking there. That pitch caught way too much of the plate, and you just can't do that to Crackhead Carter, let alone anybody. Actually, that pitch was kind of outside, but roids, if you're taking roids, that definitely expands the strike zone. Chris Bryant stands in and looks at a ball, 1-0. Only 25 doubles for the slow fuck, Chris Carter. Doesn't really have that junior Spivey speed, as Bryant sends one into left field for a base hit. Crackhead's going to test the arm of Ozuna, and the throw to the plate is in time. He is gunned out, but Bryant advances to second for a double. The run does not score as Chris Crackhead Carter is thrown out. That's why he's got a 32 speed rating. Fucking bagger. So the Brewers can't get a six-pack. There are now 2 men out. 1 man on, Bryant at second, with Craig Ragland standing in from the right side, and on the first pitch, he lazily sends one in the air to Yelich in center field. That's 2 pitches he swung at, and 2 at-bats. What the fuck, Craig? And the inning is over. But the Brewers' offense keeps on rolling. 3 more runs come across. If you weren't watching, too bad. To the 4th we go. It is 5-0 Brewers. So D. Jeff Gordon stands in. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Jonathan Vieira to lead the game off. And on the first pitch, sends one over the head of Bryant into left field, and there goes the no. Well, D. Gordon, that little son of a bitch, is a slap hitter. He can go with any pitch. He can just deposit it wherever he wants to. And he took that Davies fastball into the opposite field, and now Davies has something to worry about. Speed on the base paths. Christian Yelich stands in and sends one foul. That one almost hit Don Mattingly right in the head, and it's 0-1. A lot of people getting hurt at Brewer games nowadays. Isn't that a shame? 0-1 pitch is low. But that's why this game is brought to you by Bell Ambulances. If you get drilled in the head, take a Bell ambulance for a ride. They'll be by your side. And the 1-1 pitch to Christian Yelich is a big whiff. Felt the breeze from up here, and it is 1-2. That was pitch number 40 from Zach Davies. He will be there in about 16 years. And the 1-2 pitch is sent up the middle. That's a base hit for Yelich. Gordon to second. Craig gets the throw into VR. And the Marlins have 2 runners on with nobody out.
Now batting, right fielder, Giancarlo.
Well, hopefully Davies isn't getting complacent out there. It's a 5-run lead, but the Marlins have flashed signs of brilliance, I guess you could say, in this offense. They came back yesterday, and you know you're in the danger when you have this roid bag standing in. It's Giancarlo Stanton, and on the first pitch, sends one in the air deep to center field. Ragland leaps at the wall, and it's off the batter's eye for a home run. And the Boo Birds are out here at Miller Park. Davies' start has gone from good to shit, and it is now 5-3 thanks to the booming home run by Giancarlo Mike Stanton. Boy, we warned you about this guy, Zach. He gives up the 47th home run of the season to Giancarlo Stanton. That's measured at 426 feet here on our stat cast. Ragland really did not have a chance. He is no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out there. That was well off the batter's eye as Justin Boron stands in, and the first pitch to him is inside. If the Brewers did not score them 3 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd, they would be looking at a deficit right now. Boron sends one foul, and it is quickly 0-2. That was to the left field line. The ball boy looked a little dazed out there, had no chance at it. And the 0-2 pitch is set on the ground. The Brewers playing the shift. Orlando Arcia makes an off-balance throw deep in the hole. That was a few steps in the right field. And that is out number 1. And standing in is the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. Davies, he's not backing down, you know. He did give up 3 runs this inning, but he's still attacking the strike zone. And what the fuck was I gonna say now? Well, the first pitch was a ball inside, alright? And the second pitch was a strike fouled off, so that means it's a 1-1 count in plain terms. Davies from the windup, the sign from Bandy, and the pitch is sent foul, and it is 1-2. That was down the left field line. Ball boy making his $8 an hour, having to run and get that one. Sign from Bandy, and the 1-2 pitch to Marcel is a fastball high in the zone, but still a strike, and Marcel fouls it off, stays alive. This will be pitch number 50 in the outing for Davies through 3 1/3. And Marcel follows it off, and we'll do it again. Fans are getting a little restless here. They want to see Davies get out of it. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. Down goes Marcell Ozuna for the second casualty of the inning. And Davies is finally working his way out of this troubled inning. There's the pitch sequence. A lot of foul balls in that at bat, but it resulted in the strikeout for Zach as JT Real Muto stands in. He's 0 for 1. He hit a home run in the first game of the series as it's hit on the ground. A nice play by Arcia at second. He was going to his left to make the scoop and the throw to end the inning, but not before the Marlins carve into this Brewers lead through 3.5 from Miller Park. It is 5-3 Milwaukee. Well, the Brewers are going to try and answer. They want to win this series and win the 115th game of the season. And it's up to Jet Bandy to get that ball rolling. And on the first pitch, sends one in the air to left. Ozuna going back towards the warning track. About 5 steps short, makes the catch. And Bandy is the 1 pitch out.
The batter, number 3, second base.
I guess that's one of the few bugaboos that the Brewers have. You know, they generally do not draw a lot of walks. Orlando Arcia stands in, 0 for 1. Looks at a pitch low. It is 1-0 on Orlando Garcia. 1-0 pitch is low. That pitch cut like a knife, but below the strike zone, below the knees. It is 2-0 on Orlando. Nicolino from the windup gets ready, and the 2-0 pitch is hit foul. That was an off-speed pitch. Looks like a changeup. That's what CH means. And it's 2-1. Holy shit, he's working so quick I can't even keep up with him. And it's 2-2 quickly. The count is back even to Orlando, the Brewers' phenom second baseman. 2-2 pitch is a big looper over the zone, but Orlando just got under it. Yelich ranges over to his right to make the catch in center field, and there are now 2 up and 2 down. In the Brewers' half of the 4th inning, with Zach Davies standing in. The one silver lining in this inning is that you're going to get the pitcher spot out of the way for the 5th, as Justin N. fires a strike, 0-1. This is the 50th pitch of his outing coming up. And it's another pop-up. Another fly ball, shallow into center. Yelich had to really hustle to make that catch. He was playing fairly deep in the center, but he still makes the play, and the inning is over. Brewers get nothing. Halfway point to the 5th. 5-3 Crew. Here's Andy Dude at Burns standing in. He struck out back in his only plate appearance so far. He's wearing number 1. Doesn't mean he's the best player on the team. Davies gets ahead in the count to him. It's a ball and no strikes on this bagger fucking third base bum. And the 0-1 pitch is sent foul behind the screen. Behind home plate, 0-2. Well, of course it's behind home plate. There's no other fucking place where there's a screen. Fuck! Here's the 0-2 pitch to Dude at Burns. Change up outside, not even close. Davies better stop pitching like such a puss bag. This better be a strike. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Andy Burns. And it's hit foul. Left field line. That was a rope. Oh, man. Fuck, that just hit some old granny. Shit, get the stretcher. Alright, back to the game. Here's a 1-2 pitch. hit up the middle, past the second baseman Orlando Arcia, and Andy Dude at Burns is in there for a leadoff single. Well, it's safe to say that this Marlins offense is awake. They were shut down in the first 3 innings in order. I thought Davies had a moo-moo going, which he did, but he did not challenge Juan Nieves whatsoever. Here's Echeverria standing in, the Marlins shortstop, with a runner at first and Andy Burns, and Davies plops a changeup in there. Craig Counsell's planting some signs. I think that means meet me at the mall. It's going down. From the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground. Double play depth. Arcia makes the play, steps on the bag himself, but can't get anybody out as Burns beats it out. And it's Echeverria beats it out.
The pitcher, number 20, Justin Nicolino.
So instead of getting a lean run at second or possibly a double play, Orlando took it himself and was too slow getting to the bag at second, and obviously the transfer to first was slow as well. So both runners are on board. Justin Nicolino stands in a sacrifice situation to bunt the runners over, and he gets it down, but it's foul. This is a kamikaze attempt for Justin Nicolino. He's going to sacrifice himself for honor, for duty, and for runs. The 0-1 pitch is on the ground. This is bunted too hard. Bryant playing in, charges at third, makes the out at second base, and the throw from VR over to first is late. The Brewers do get the runner at second, so there are going to be guys at the corners now with 1 man out, and Jeff Gordon stands in for the 3rd time. That's Nicolino, who did reach. Here's the pitch to Gordon, and it's a strike. Andy Dude at Burns is at third. He got things going with a leadoff single to start. Pitch number 63 from Davies is sent foul, left field side, 0-2, and some drunk moron reached over to get that ball. And now he's getting the Marty's Pizza as event staff is out to kick him out. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Gordon hits it on the ground to second, and it's bobbled by Orlando Arcia, and everybody is safe. The run is in to score. It is 5-4 Brewers. It's been a tough inning for the so-called phenom. Gordon rolled over on a curveball. It was a good opportunity to get the double play. Orlando charged the ball but could not cleanly field. And Burns scored for Miami. Gordon reaches, and they cut the lead down to 1. That's going to go down as an E4. Nicolino, the runner, at second. Gordon, the runner, at first, with Christian Yelich standing in. And on the first pitch, sends it in the air to center field to snag it for out number 2. The runners hold. Well, Yelich and Carlo Royd bagged Stanton, who hit a home run a couple of innings ago. This fuckhead hit a 3-run shot. He looked like he wanted to give it a swing, but he checked. Too bad, it's a strike anyways, 1-1. It is so gratifying getting this guy out. It really is. I might have to pull a Mike Fighters and hit him in the face. 1-1 pitch is sent up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third and trying to score is Nicolino. The throw to the plate from Redlin is off, and the runners will advance. Gordon to third. Stanton up to second base. And we have a tie game here. It is 5-5 here in the 5th. It's the 5-5-5 deal, but not the deal I wanted. Justin Boron stands in with a great opportunity to give his ball club the lead. There are runners in scoring position. Gordon at third, Stanton at second, and Davies starts the at-bat by throwing a strike, or he throws a ball rather outside, and it is 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Justin Borer, and he sends one fouled on the left field side. The count is back to even at 1. That was 105 miles an hour off the bat. 2 men down in a 5-5 game. The Marlins have come back. And the 1-1 pitch is drilled deep to center field. Ragland ranging back at the track, at the wall, and he's going to play it off the top of the wall. 2 runs are in the score for Miami, and Justin Bour just hit a go-ahead 2-out RBI double. 2 RBI double.
Left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
So this has gone from a productive outing for Davies to an absolute nightmare as the Marlins come alive, and Justin Bour has capped off what has been a mediocre inning at best for Davies, and that's going to get the bullpen stirring as Tommy Jenner Malone and Junior Teddy Higuera are up to throw. It is 7-5 Marlins. They have batted around. It's Marcell Ozuna standing in and looking at a strike. You got to figure this is going to be it for Davies. He's thrown 72 pitches so far, through 4 2/3 plus. Bour the runner at second, and the 0-1 pitch is fouled off quickly, 0-2. Well, this has definitely put a damper on the crowd, and it's just a reason to start drinking more. 0-2 pitch is sent up the middle. That's a base hit. Bour around third. He's going to try to score, and the throw from Ragland is on the money, but just late, and it's now 8-5. Oh, shit. A lot of people are starting to give this place the old heave-ho. You're starting to see a bunch of baggers file out into the parking lot as the Marlins have really started to turn it on here. They have an 8-5 lead, and that is it for Zach Davies. You wonder if he attacked that strike zone just a little too much. A lot of his pitches there in that inning caught too much of the plate. Craig Counsell, the grumpy rooster, is out, and everybody is standing and giving him the old middle finger. That's it, Zach. We will see you another night. Junior Teddy Higuera is out in relief earlier than expected. He comes out for the 7th time. He's mainly been a starting pitcher, but he was part of the September call-ups, and he's just looking to get on the field. His first challenge is JT Realmuto, and at the first pitch, rolls over at foul. Left field side, 0-1. Guerra was in the starting rotation for a majority of the season last year for Milwaukee and pitched well. Quickly 0-2 now on Realmuto. Ozuna the runner at first, who brought in the 8th run for the Marlins here in this ball game, and an 0-2 pitch to JT is hit foul right field line. Lutz has a chance at it possibly and makes a feeble attempt, but it gets out. Out of play, 0-2. A long inning here. The 0-2 pitch from Guerra is sent on the ground to third. Bryant scoops and fires, and mercifully this inning is over. But an absolute disaster. The Marlins take the lead. It is 8-5 Miami after 4.5. It is absolute euphorium. Taking a sip of water. Look at these commentators that aren't even around. Now you're listening to Dusty Lutz. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Jonathan VR stands in to try to get something going for the Brewers offense, down 3 runs, and on the first pitch, like a moron, sends it out into center field, and Yelich is there. There's a look at the line score so far. Halfway through this ball game, you can see some lopsided numbers, especially in the 4th and 5th for the Marlins. It all started with the 3-run homer from Giancarlo Stanton that just got Davies off of his rhythm, and he imploded in the top half of this inning, and Miami has a 3-run lead as Dusty Lutz stands in against Nicolino. He's 2 for 2, and he's trying to get something going here. What the fuck? It is 0-1 as he looks to strike. 0-1 pitch is lined, and it's caught by the leaping D. Gordon, and there are quickly 2 up and 2 down. That was an atom ball right to him. Gordon had it played perfectly at second base. Didn't have to move to his left or right, just made a little leap for the second out. Well, this guy is also 2 for 2. It's Ryan Braun standing in. He hit a bomb in his first at-bat and had an RBI bloop single in the third as he looks at a strike from Justin Nicolino, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch, stand foul. Stanton ranging over, but he's going to run out of room. It is quickly 0-2 on Brawny. And the pitch is just a bit outside, and he's still behind in the count. It is a ball and 2 strikes. Nicolino's been effective. Here's pitch number 57 to Braun, and he sends one in the air deep to left field, and it's going to be a no-doubter off the 300 club. The Johnson Controls Club, it's called now. And the Brewers do get a run back. It is now 8-6. As Braun hits his second home run of the day. His 48th of the season. And you better watch that sign, buddy. Someone's going to take that away from you. That measured 442 feet. That was an absolute bomb hit by Ryan Braun. Too bad there were no runners on base, but we'll take it. Cuts into the Marlins lead. It is now 8-6 Crew in the bottom of the 5th. Well, if you want to get back into this game, there's no better way to do it than just fucking swinging as hard as you can and hitting a home run. As Chris Crackhead Carter looks at a strike, 0-1. Carter also looking to go deep. That would be nice. Looks at 2 consecutive strikes. Get the bat off of your shoulder, and it is 0-2. Justin Nicolino working fast and throws a garbage pitch high and outside, trying to get Carter to chase. It is a ball and 2 strikes. The same count in which Braun hit the home run on. 1-2 pitch, and they call it a strike on the outside corner, and that was a little questionable. Carter is showing his displeasure, but either way, the inning is over. But Ryan Braun, the good old juice bag, hits a home run and gets the Brewers a little bit further back into this game. After 5, it is 8-6 Miami. And a quick turnaround as Andy Burns stands in against Junior Teddy Higuera. And the pitch is hit foul, and it is 0-1 on Andy Dude at Burns. 0-1 pitch now to this bagger, and it's a swing and a miss. 0-2 on the Marlins' acting third baseman. Guerra pitching quickly out there, and the 0-2 is a swing and a miss. Down goes Andy Dude at Burns, and there is 1 man out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Hopefully, Junior Guerra can quiet this Marlins offense just a bit, and so far he has proven to do that, as he has yet to allow a base runner in this outing. Adeiny Echeverria stands in, and on the first pitch he sends one on the ground to third to Bryant, who nonchalantly throws it over to Carter, and there are 2 up and 2 down here in the Marlins half of the 6th.
Your attention, please.
Well, Rob Rose-Edwards was just about ready to call Justin Nicolino, but instead it's going to be Steven Avery Romero grabbing a bat and pinch hitting for Miami. So that's going to be it for Nicolino. He ended up going 5 innings and allowing 6 runs. Nothing special, but when your offense is working, you don't have to be as effective on the mound. Guerra fires a strike to Steven Avery Romero, and it is 0-1 on this bagger. 0-1 pitch is high and inside. Backed Romero up off the plate a little bit. And it looked like it got away from Guerra just a little bit. It is 1-1. Decent crowd on hand, but some baggers have filed out to go drink at your local bar. And the 1-1 pitch is sent on the ground to Orlando Arcia at second base, who fields cleanly and fires, and the inning is over. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Junior Teddy Higuera. To the bottom half of the 6th we go from Miller Park Stadium Field LOP. It is 8-6 Fish.
Your attention, please.
So David Michael Phelps comes in to try to shut this Brewers offense down. He has been quite mediocre this season with an ERA just 2 ticks shy of 5 as Chris Bryant stands in against this fucker, and he is looking to get aboard. First pitch from Phelps is set foul left field side. That was barely foul by a hair or 2. Missed it by a cunt hair. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Bryant sends one in the air deep to left field. Ozuna going back. Get up! Get out of here! A leap at the wall, and it is gone for Bryant. And how about that one, folks? It is a 1-run game. Chris Bryant sends one out of here, a solo shot. And the Brewers have cut into this fish lead. It is now 8-7. You talk about getting under a pitch and sending it over the wall with authority. Bryant just did that. Actually, that barely cleared the wall. That measures 350 feet on our majestic home run tracker. Marcell Ozuna made a leaping attempt at the wall. Not a leaping attempt at the wall. But it was all for naught. Brewers get a run. They change it. It's 3:51 now officially. Big fucking deal. Craig Reglin stands in and batting from the left side for the first time this game. Looks at a pitch high, and it is 1-0. 1-0 pitch from David Phelps is low and outside, and it is 0-2 on Reglin. Oh, this crowd's up now. Reglin looks at a pitch inside. He's ahead 3-0. Jet Bandy due next. Brewers fans are up and alive. 3-0 pitch to Reglin, and he's not going to be swinging. Ahead 3-0 as he looks at a pitch for a strike. No big deal, he's still ahead in the count. David Phelps has thrown 6 pitches so far in this outing and has yet to get a runner out. And the 3-1 pitch is set on the ground to second. And there's your first casualty of the inning as Reglin grounds out to D. Gordon.
Now batting, catcher, Jet Bandy.
Now Jet Bandy stands in with 1 man out and the base is empty for the Crew. Brewers are up 8-7, or I'm sorry, the Marlins are up 8-7. But Chris Bryant hit a home run that barely cleared the wall in left field. And Bandy sends one up the middle into center field for first base, or for a son of a bitch. Got tongue twisted. Back for a base hit. A 1-bagger, however you want to put it.
Number 3, second baseman, Orlando Area.
Well, that was a fastball that was low and a little bit inside, but Bandy did a good job turning around on that one and cleanly sent it up the middle into center field as Orlando Arcia stands in against David Phelps for the first time. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a fly out, and he looks at a strike 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Orlando. Similar eye level, but just a little further outside, and the count is back even at 1. With Jet Bandy, the runner at first, no threat to steal from the Brewers' backstop. And the 1-1 pitch is bounced in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Real Muto, but no chance for Bandy to advance on that ball that got away. It is 2-1. Phelps tried to get Arcia to chase. 2-1 pitch is sent up the middle. Not enough mustard on it, though. Adaney fields it and gets a double play. Man, that pisses me off. Inning is over. That was a nice play, though. It was hit up the middle with not much velocity. Echeverria was ranging to his right and made a nice little backhanded flip to Gordon at second to get Bandy. And Gordon made the throw to Justin Boren at first to get the out and to complete the double play. To the 7th inning we go. It is 8-7 it's 8-7 Marlins. Can't forget to mention that this game is brought to you by Labatt Blue. If you like drinking some nasty, mediocre Canadian beer that's watered down and generally just tastes like shit, have some Labatt Blue. Junior Teddy Aguirre is on for his 3rd inning of work against D. Gordon, who stands in for the 4th time. He's 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. He looks at a strike and it's 0-1. Guerra has done a nice job coming out in relief for Zach Davies. 0-1 pitch is sent into right field, and Lutz ranging in makes the catch, and there is out number 1. So Gordon is retired. He is now 1 for 4, and Christian Yelich stands in, the number 2 hitter, for the 4th time. He looks at a strike. 1 for 3 in this game, with a single back in the 4th inning. He is currently hitting right at 300. It's a solid mark. 11 home runs on the season. And this pitch is sent foul down the left field line. Nice snag by that bagger, and it is 0-2. Guerra working quickly and effectively, and the 0-2 pitch is hit foul left field side, and Yelich and Guerra will do it again. Bandy sets up high and outside. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Yelich sends one in the air into very, very shallow center field, and that's the shortstop Jonathan Vieira out to make the catch. He was about 2 or 3 steps into the outfield grass, and that is out number 2. Giancarlo Stanton stands in now. He's had a nice little ball game. He hit a 3-run homer earlier in this contest in the 4th inning, which at the time cut the lead down to 5-3 for the Marlins, as he looks at a strike 0-1. And the Marlins offense just continued to roll into the 5th inning as they scored 5 more. That's where we stand at this point. It is inside on Stanton. It is 1-1 on this bagger. Ball and a strike, and the pitch from Guerra is just a little bit low. In line with the strike zone. It is 2-1 on Giancarlo. Everybody loves this $300 million man. 2-1 pitch is in there. Count is back to even now at 2. You gotta wonder, is Guerra coming out for the 8th inning? I don't think so. There's relievers in the bullpen still. It's Tommy Jenner Malone. Brewers defense is playing the shift as Stanton grounds out to Orlando Arcia, who is playing right up the middle. And that's the end of the inning. Time to get up and stretch, take a piss break, do whatever you want. Bottom of the 7th is on its way. It is 8-7 Miami. Well, that was pretty fast. Bottom of the 7th is underway here from Miller Park Stadium, as Eric Young Jr. is going to grab a bat and pinch hit to try to get something going for this Milwaukee offense. They find themselves down a run. David Phelps is going to be pitching for his 2nd inning, and a first pitch swinging for Eric Young Jr. sends one into center field. Yelich is there, ranging back to make the catch. 1 down, and a shortstop Jonathan Vieira will stand in. I think the Brewers need to develop just a little more patience out there. They're only down a run, but you can tell that they're pressing a little bit. Vieira stands in for the 4th time. He had a double back in the 3rd. He looks at a pitch outside 1-0. That looked like a slider. That wasn't even close. Phelps now fires a strike. 2-seamer with some good action, and the count is even at 1. 1-1 pitch is set into left field. That's a base hit. So Vieira is now 2 for 4 with a double in the 3rd, and now a single in the 7th. And that's the tying run at first, with Dusty Lutz standing in. And we have an update for you. Tommy Jenner Malone is now sitting. Jared Hughes is now up. And Travis Wood, the lefty, is now up in the Milwaukee bullpen. Vieira with good speed at first, and Phelps knows it. First pitch is a pitch out to Dusty, and he is ahead in the count whether he likes it or not, 1-0. Dusty 2 for 3 with 2 singles so far this afternoon. Phelps works from the stretch, and a 1-0 pitch. Vieira is off, and the pitch is a strike, and Jonathan is in there with another steal. Not even close. The Marlins knew he was going. They pitched out in the first pitch of the at-bat, and the 1-0 pitch to Lutz was right down the middle, but Vieira was safely in there regardless. 1-1 pitch to Lutz. There's a strike. He's behind in the count 1-2. And that was the 47th steal this season for VR. He leads the team in steals. Eric Young Jr. ranks number 2. 1-2 pitch to Lutz is outside, and we're back to even. It is 8-7 Marlins in the bottom of the 7th. The tying run is at second in VR. And the 2-2 pitch to Lutz is hit on the ground. That's Echeverria at short, who makes the play, and there are now 2 down. Well, that was hit off the end of the bat, and Lutz grounds out easily to Adani Echeverria. Adani Echeverria with the Rhea. And Ryan Braun stands in. He's had himself a hell of a ball game. He is 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. And the first pitch to the Roy Bag Hebrew Hammer is outside, and it's 1-0. Brewers do have 7 runs on the board. That means you can get 6 burgers for $5, and that one's hit on the ground to Echeverria at short. Fuck, I didn't even get the chance to finish my ad. Braun is thrown out, and the inning is over. That's alright, you know what to do anyways. 7 is complete. Brewers can't get a runner across. It is still 8-7 Miami. Well, that is it for Junior Guerra. He's out. He pitched well in relief. Marlins did not score a run off of him. And Jared Hughes comes in for appearance number 70 on the season. Finds himself just 1 tick shy of 3 in the earned run average department. And his first challenger is Justin Boron. He is 1 for 3. And the first pitch from the former Pittsburgh Butt Pirate is outside, and it's 1-0. Ball and no strikes on Justin Bohr, the Marlins first baseman. Here's the pitch from Hughes, and Bohr sends it foul down the right field line. And boy, that Bell ambulance is really busy. Someone else just got knocked out. Fuck, man. Oh, man, he's bleeding too. Oh, that's 1-1. Ball and a strike on Bohr, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That was a nice heater. 94 from Jared Hughes, and it is a ball and 2 strikes. It is 1-2 on the Marlins first baseman. They're trying to protect their 8-7 lead, and the 1-2 pitch is fouled off, back behind the screen. And if they win this game, they're going to take the series. That's something that just does not happen very often when you're playing this Brewer club. This pitch is hit on the ground. They're playing the big shift on him. That is Jonathan VR fielding the ball directly up the middle. And that is out number 1. Here is Marcell Ozuna, the Marlins left fielder, standing in. He is 1 for 3. You're seeing a lot of 1 for 3s in the score column. First pitch from Jared Hughes is in there. He laid it right over the middle of the plate, and it is 0-1. Bandy with the sign, and here's the 0-1 pitch to Ozuna, and it's a slider just a bit inside. Count is back to even at 1. It would be a nice comeback if the Brewers could take the series and get the win. That would be number 115. 95-mile-an-hour fastball to Ozuna misses outside, and he is ahead in the count 2-1. Fans are showing a little displeasure with that call. That ump looks like he's a little bit blind out there. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Ozuna fouls it back off, and we are back to even at 2. Well, this pitch from Hughes will be number 10 of the outing. Winds and delivers, and the 2-2 pitch is sent foul once again behind the screen. Why doesn't this bagger just swing and miss and get it over with? You know he's going to do it eventually. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Never mind. He rolls right back to the pitcher, Jared Hughes, who makes an easy flip to crackhead Carter. And there are now 2 down. 2 up, 2 down in the Marlins half of the 8th inning, and JT Real Muto stands in. Boy, you gotta love his name, JT. I don't know what it stands for, and I'm not sure I care. Hughes fires a strike over to this bagger backstop, and it is 0-1. Hey, there's a vendor still handing out food down there. Better get your ass in there and count that inventory, boy. Now that pitch, sorry, a little distracted there. That pitch is outside to JT Realmuto. That's alright though, the bases are loaded. Nah, never mind, bases are empty. Just seeing if you were paying attention. With 2 outs and the 1-1 pitch to Realmuto is hit foul. Jared Hughes and Junior Teddy Higuera with nice outings out of the bullpen. Zach Davies pitched like shit after the third. And the 1-2 pitch is hit on a line, and a nice backhand by Orlando at second base, who fields and fires to make a clean throw, and the inning is over. The Marlins go down 1-2-3, and they go down painlessly. They hold an 8-7 advantage here at Miller Park Stadium Field, LOP.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Marlins.
Well, Carter Capps is coming out.
Carter Capps.
This is appearance number 66 for this lovely, lovely righty.
Leading off for the Brewers.
And his first challenger
Baseman.
is Chris Crackhead Carter. He wants to get something going. You know he's going to be swinging at everything. Let's hope not, though. First pitch from Carter Capps, the former Seattle Mariner, is low. It is a ball and no strikes. Well, not too many people have filed out, but some baggers left back in the 5th inning when the Marlins were just scoring runs at a premium, as Carter hacks and misses and the count is back to even at 1. Speaking of premiums, don't forget to get yourself some nice Badger Mutual Insurance. The Brewers are looking for some mutual insurance runs here in this game, but it's not going to happen in this at-bat as Carter pops himself out to the shortstop,
The batter.
and he is the first casualty here in the Milwaukee half of the 8th. Chris Bryant, the former Chicago Flub, stands in. He's 2 for 3, and he scored the 7th run of the ball game with his solo shot back in the bottom of the 6th inning. It barely cleared the wall. Carter Capps, with a weird little hitch in his delivery, fires a strike over the middle of the plate on a slider, and it is 0-1. You know, I don't understand why this guy gets away with the little hop step that he does off the mound. You know, he's making it a shorter distance to throw, and he's really proving how big of a bagger he really is. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bryant. It's low, and it is 1-1. They're flashing MVP signs on the scoreboard for pretty much every single player in this beastie offense. The pitching staff has been a different story, though. It is 1-1 on Chris Bryant, and the pitch is swung and missed. Man, that was some gas. 97 on a high inside fastball, and it is 1-2. Come on, Chris, get something going here, big boy. Bases are empty with 1 man out. Carter from the stretch in the 1-2 pitch, and he bounces a curveball outside, back to even at 2. He tried to get Chris Bryant to fish at that one, no pun intended. Action still in the Brewers bullpen, and in the Marlins bullpen as well, but who gives a shit about them? 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. That was some high cheese, and Bryant is out, number 2.
Now batting. Center fielder. Craig.
Well, take a look at the replay here. You can clearly see the hitch in his delivery where he does a little hop step coming off of the mound. You know, if you're not taking steroids, you may as well cheat. You know, that's why I look at it. Here's Craig Ragland standing in, the actual 40-year-old who pretends to be a 26-year-old in this game, standing in, and he's trying to get something going. He looks at a strike, lying on his birth certificate like Miguel Tejada and Albert Buttholes. He's behind in the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that was some cheese. 99 low. Hey, look at that. They're flashing MVP sign up for him, too. Surprise, surprise. It is 1-1 on him. Bases are empty. Fans want to see something here. Here's the pitch. And Ragland was jammed on that fastball. Weekly sends one to center field. Yelich ranging over, makes the catch, and we are through 8. And it is 8-7 Miami. They have just 7 hits so far. It is Andy Dude at Burns, Adeiny Echeverria, and Carter fucking Cheater Capps. But he's not going to hit. Due up in the 9th. So Andy Dude at Burns stands in for the 4th time. He's 1 for 3 with a single back in the 5th. And fuck it, we're just going to leave Jared Hughes out there. The Brewers still find themselves down a run. And the first pitch is a check swing, but it's still a strike, buddy. 0-1. on the Marlins' mediocre third baseman. They should have put that Lutz guy in there. How he's still playing, I don't know. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, see? Keep on proving it to yourself, buddy. You're a bagger. It is 0-2 on Andy Dude at Burns. He's wearing number 1, but it should really be number 0. Closest thing to it, I guess. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Hughes. And he strikes out, gets the Marty's Pizza, and there is one down here in the Marlins half of the ninth. Well, the Marlins have put up 8 runs on the board, but they have done their fair share of hacking and missing, and Andy Dude at Burns has not helped the cause. As Adeiny Echeverria stands in, the shortstop, try spelling that name out. If you work at the Journal, try spelling that name. I know I can. He looks at a strike. It is 0-1 on Adeiny. Hughes from the stretch, Bandy with the sign, and the 0-1 pitch is inside. Look out! That backs Echeverria. That backs Echeverria up off the plate. Got a little tongue twisted right there. That's all right. You try it. And it's even at 1. No sign from Bandy. He's saying do whatever you want. And the 1-1 pitch is sent in the air. Raglan ranging over to his left to make the catch, and that's why he's out there, folks. He can cover some ground. 2 up, 2 down. So Miguel Cookie Rojas is going to grab a bat and come off the bench. He's going to have to get off his lazy ass and actually earn a little bit of money. He's got to earn his $15,000 paycheck for grabbing a bat. And the first pitch from Jared Hughes is fouled off. He's done well, man. I mean, you got to give credit to this Brewer bullpen. They haven't allowed anything ever since Davies had his outstanding outing where he allowed 8 runs. 0-1 pitch is set foul. It's playable, though. Crackhead Carter makes the catch a step next to the camera well, and that's the inning. So Cookie Rojas is retired. Last chance for romance. The bottom of the 9th coming up. The sun is starting to come out. Holy shit, it's 8-7 Marlins.
Your attention, please.
Well, AJ Ramos, we know Jose Fernandez won't be pitching in this game. AJ Ramos comes out for his 70th appearance. He's got 49 saves. Holy shit. He may have 49 saves, but the rest of his numbers are mediocre at best. As Jet Bandy will lead off for the Brewers, trying to get something going here in the 9th. First pitch is a strike at 91. Well, Carter Cheater Caps pitched in the bottom of the 8th. A little bit of a contrast here. About a 7 or 8 mile an hour difference in velocity between the two pitchers. And the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a tapper right back into the glove of Real Muto, and it is 0-2. Bandy quickly behind in the count, and an 8-7 Miami lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Bandy sends one on the ground to Dude at Burns at third, who makes a low throw, and it's not going to be dug out by Bohr at first, and Bandy is aboard. That was a shitty throw from Andy Burns. He's really proving how much of a useless sack of shit he is, as that throw was errant. It bounced before first base, and Justin Boron could not pick it up. It actually hit him in the knee. I think he was a little bit distracted with Bandy's footsteps coming towards first base. And Orlando Arcia is going to stand in, but never mind, it's a pinch hitter. It is Daryl DCBB Terrell grabbing a bat off the bench and has an opportunity to possibly win this game. Well, actually, there's no possibility. It will happen if he hits a home run. Bandy, the runner at first, sees the tying run. Ramos with a strange delivery out there, kind of a, I guess you could say, a Brian Schaus-esque start to his delivery, but then throws it overhand. Terrell looks at a strike. It's the 19-year-old phenom shortstop. He's going to see much more playing time next year in this logjam in the Brewers infield. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Ramos fires it low. Count is back to even at 1. Fans are up here at MPSF. LOP. Bandy, the runner at first. It is 1-1 on DCBB Terrell. And the pitch is sent in the air to right, and it doesn't carry. That is Stanton, who barely has to move. And he makes the catch, and that is the first casualty here in the Brewers half of the ninth. The Marlins have successfully recorded 25 outs. Eric Sogard will grab a bat off the bench. And let's see if this raging Scandinavian can get something going. With Bandy at first. Ramos looking for his 50th save. Here's the first pitch, and he lines one into left field for a base hit. Bandy into second, and Eric Sogard comes off the bench and delivers a one-out slap single to left. Well, that didn't take long. He was looking fastball all the way, and Ramos threw one to him, and he just sent one. He took it the other way, right into left field, and the tying run is just 180 feet away. With Jonathan Vieira standing in, he is 2 for 4, and this is a big, big opportunity. And the first pitch is sent in the air to left to Ozuna, who makes the catch, and there are 2 down. It's a little bit disappointing. Villar did not take a pitch whatsoever, and he got jammed on that inside fastball and sent it to left field. And this ball game is up to Dusty Lutz, the 24-year-old future Hall of Fame broadcaster. He's got 2 base hits so far in the outing. 2 men on, 2 men out. Ramos looking to get the save and the win for his ball club. And the first pitch is a fastball in there, 0-1. Nervous time here in Brewtown. Ramos from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch is sent on the ground to second base. That's Gordon, who picks and fields, throws in time, and this one is over. The Marlins leave Milwaukee with a series win as they come out victorious here from Miller Park. Final score, Miami 8 and Milwaukee 7. Back with the totals and summaries after this on the Brewers Radio Network. Well, it was a disappointing outing for the Milwaukee Brewers as they started this ball game with the early 5-0 lead. But the Miami Marlins lit up Zach Davies in the 4th and 5th inning. They scored 8 runs off of him. After that, they didn't get jack shit. As we take a look at the line score for the victorious Marlins, they have 8 runs on 7 hits and the 1 error that came in the 9th inning thanks to Andy Dude at Burns. For the Brewers, 7 runs on 12 hits and an error. Giancarlo Roybag Stanton is the unfortunate player of the game. He went 2 for 4 and hit a big 3-run home run in the 4th inning to throw Zach Davies out of his rhythm. He had 4 RBIs in the affair. Ryan Braun, he was 3 for 4 though as well, but his team came up short. The Brewers cannot record their 115th win of the season, as once again the final score, the Marlins leave Milwaukee with a series win, 8-7. Good night, bitches, and good luck.